James Twin for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable true school sports empire. And y'all know the rest, man. Now listen, this is my official post-fight review for Mirco Cuello versus Christian Olivo. And man, what a beautiful way to wake up here in Japan. What a fight. Your result of the fight is a come from behind Mirco Cuello knockout victory in the 10th and final round. Very, very dramatic fight. If you didn't watch the prelims, I'd highly advise any and everybody to go back and watch this one. Now, this was one of the fights I was most excited about on the card because I'm a big fan of the featherweight division, and Mirco Cuello is one of the up and coming contenders that I've been keeping my eye on, because the winner of this fight was going to become Nick Ball's WBA Mandatory. So very, very important fight for the division. Got off to a very nervy start for Nick Ball because Olivo wound up dropping him in the second round. Olivo exposed a lot of defensive flaws in this fight. Olivo is a good fighter. I mean, Olivo had a really close fight with Luis Nunez a couple years ago and was on the wrong side of that. He has been building himself back up for this moment, and he showed a great blend of counterpunching, strength, power, explosiveness, and he had Mirco Cuello looking super, super, super regular in this fight. Like, I was questioning everything I ever thought about Mirco Cuello, because when I watched Cuello on tape, I saw a fighter with a lot of ferocity, a lot of tenacity, a lot of good punch selection. I saw a fighter that was very aggressive and able to place his shots to the body in an efficient manner and be dangerous throughout the course of a fight. And he didn't look like that to me for most of the fight. But as the fight wore on and he began to settle in, he started setting up his punches a lot better. He started going out of the body a lot more, and he was getting better as the fight wore on. But he was still getting caught with a lot of shots from Olivo. Like, it just seemed like Olivo had every answer. Even in the moments where Cuello was doing well, he pulled straight back out, and Olivo would have the answers for why, he had an answer for every question Cuello asked of him with his punches. So we get to the 10th round, and Cuello, in the last 70 seconds, minute and 10 seconds or whatever it was, he scores a knockdown. Boom, left hook to the body. Olivo goes down. Olivo gets up. Cuello jumps right back on him. Left hook to the body, right hook to the body. Goes down again. His face is in pain. He's wincing. He got back up, but the referee waves it off. Some people called it a questionable stoppage, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I have to go back and review it. But either way, man, look, Cuello showed he has some flaws. So right now, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he could beat. I don't think he could beat the champions like Espinoza or Angelo. But I still maintain what I said about him fighting Nick Ball, because he's Nick Ball's mandatory now. He's the mandatory challenger to Nick Ball, and I think he would beat Nick Ball. I still think he'd beat Nick Ball. I mean, you had Olivo, a very tough, experienced Mexican fighter, and Olivo pressed that button. Like, he pressed the button, and the dog came out. And I gotta say, man, like, Cuello has one of the biggest dogs I've seen of any fighter in the featherweight division. So there's some things definitely he needs to clean up, but I stand by what I've said about him. He's a threat to anybody in the featherweight division. I think he's 24, so he still has to clean up his defense. He still has to get some things in order as far as his defense is concerned. But if Cuello can clean up his defense and stop pulling straight back so much, I'm telling you, man, this guy's going to be a big problem for everyone, and that includes Espinoza, that includes Angelo. I don't think he could beat those guys now. Those guys will beat the brakes off him right now. But he cleans his defense up, he'll be a problem for anyone that's in this weight class or anyone that steps into this weight class, and I mean anybody. So, really encouraging performance. He's fighting like real competition. He's fighting live competition. He's fought Nunez. He's now fought Olivo. These are not easy guys to beat. These are not easy guys to look good against. And he's beating them. And I would consider this to be his worst fight. And he found a way to not just win, but actually still produce something sensational in the 10th round. So I'm impressed by him. I'm impressed with how far deep he was able to dig. But he better stop. He better not continue to dig this deep, because you know sometimes you can dig yourself a grave that you can't climb out of. So he's Nick Ball's mandatory challenger. Will the fight actually happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you know, Nick Ball and his people, they're trying to do the NOA fight at the end of the year, and obviously if they can do the NOA fight, then that's a fight that they should go after, because it's the bigger money fight. It's the fight that'll do more for them. Mirco Cuello is still not a big name yet, right? He's still building his name in boxing. So I understand why they wouldn't take it, but man, if they take that fight, that's gonna be a great fight for the division. I said before this fight with Olivo that I think Mirco Cuello would beat the brakes off Nick Ball. Cuello showed some flaws, but I still maintain what I said. I still think if they do fight, if Frank Warren and Nick Ball's team and Nick Ball, if they decide to actually, you know, fight their mandatory, then I believe that will happen. I think Mirco Cuello will beat the brakes off Nick Ball and rip that WBA title clean right off his shoulders. You know, look. I mean, people are gonna say he got exposed, and his flaws did get exposed. I'm not gonna argue with that, 'cause they did, but in a fight where he got exposed, he still got a knockout. Still got a stoppage against a very tough Mexican opponent. You know, I'll tell you right now, Nick Ball is a very in-shape fighter. He's got a good defense. He's got a lot of things that I think he probably could exploit in the fight with Cuello. But his only path to victory in that fight, in my opinion, is going to be to outwork Cuello. And that comes with a high price to pay. Like, Cuello will punch in between the shots and push Nick Ball back, and Nick Ball can't fight off his back foot. So if Olivo could have knocked out Cuello tonight on his worst night, Nick Ball don't got a snowball chance of hell of knocking out Mirco Cuello in a fight. His only path to victory would be to outwork him. So really good fight. Much respect to Olivo. I would like to see Olivo get more opportunities and still try to build his name in the featherweight division and be in some good fights. He's a fun fighter to watch. I like to see Olivo fight Suleiman Sagawa. You know, those are two guys that are coming off of good performances and losses. You know, I think that'd be a really fun fight for the division. So if someone could put that fight together, that'd be great. But yeah, he has nothing to hang his hat about. He fought his heart out, and I watch Olivo fight any day of the week. So please, PBC or anybody else in boxing, please bring him back. He's worth the watch. And as for Mirco Cuello, one of the most dangerous featherweights in boxing. Someone that I think, if he cleans his defense up to the way he needs to, I still think he's a problem for anybody in the division. And I'm still picking him to beat the brakes off Nick Ball. So he's your mandatory, Nick Ball. Anybody from Nick Ball or Riyadh Season or Frank Warren, because I know every now and then people come across these videos. So if you come across these videos, you know, pursue your NOA fight. Pursue some unification fights if possible as well. But if none of those things can come off, if none of those things happen, you gotta come see Mirco Cuello. You know, so yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. More content from the fight is on the way. Probably do a live right after, so definitely tune in for that. And yeah, leave your comments down below. Like I say in every single one of these videos, I'm just a kid from Dania. So you can love me, you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you click right over here.